Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good to see you all. Let's
Good
see if
morning.
we can get on the cam, the gallery view. Yeah, a bunch of people. Hey, hello, hello, hello.
Hi, Shri.
Agile stars, agile managers. Everyone is here. All right, good to see you all. I can see Aparna, Faiji is here, Chandan is here, Shom's here. Good. I can see some of my good friends after a long time. All right, good. Some of them are PMP certified people whom we have met maybe months back. Some of them are years back, isn't it?
Yeah, hi Shriram,
Yeah.
Krishna here.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
Two years
Long
back.
time, long time, long time, guys. Okay, hope you are doing great. Your career is going well. Good to know. Good to see. Good to see. First, welcome all to this program of a PMI-ACP, Agile Certified Practitioner. As we all know that Agile is getting popular day by day, and every industry has been asked for Agile. PMP is also stressing much on Agile. However, it is, we have to go more detail into the Agile because ACP talks more detail. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Being the first day, this is the first batch in the year 2025. In fact, the first batch with the new syllabus. That's a good thing here. New syllabus. The whole syllabus has some content, seven domain, other parameters were there. And now the syllabus has been changed. However, it is the question papers which we practice remain the same. Little bit changes are happening. So that the way we look, things are changing. They rearrange the content. That's what it is. That's a good thing actually. If not, we have to redo all the question papers, but still they are a little bit on that area. But the part is the way you learn is going to be a bit different, which we're going to go step by step. Let's do that together. This program is planned for weekends starting from today. I'll show the agenda, I'll show the plan. In fact, day two, I will share more information about the step-by-step agenda parameter. Being on the first day, let's take a little more lightweight. Let's not push too much heavy on the first day. By the way, if you are away from the books for a while, I'll welcome you back again to open the book. Some of you could not touch the book after PMP or after some certification. And now it's time to open the book again. All right, all right. How is it with your corporate? Is it agile getting demanded? Is there agile need is there heavily?
Yeah, I mean, my organization, at least I could see a lot of senior roles with Agile coach as such.
Okay.
And specifically the demand for PMP-ACP in the job description itself. So,
Okay. PMI-ACP,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, okay. Assistant Commissioner of Police. I said, no, Agile Certified Practitioner. Oh, man. In Indian department, we have this, right? ACP, Assistant Commissioner of Police, ACP. He said, no, it's Agile Certified Practitioner. All right, good to know that. So Agile Coach related it is coming in, right? That's a good remark, Parna, to start with. When you say Agile Coach, I believe we should be a little more broader in our Agile knowledge. I think that's what they're looking for.
Yeah, means enterprise level implementation, that's what they are looking.
Organizational level agility, talking
Yeah.
fantastic, fantastic. Good to know. All right, good. Anyone else has Agile really discussed more in your corporate?
Shriram, Krishna here. Even if we have this product-based industry, right? So these days, the speed to market has become a pretty important topic for us. So they are working on this MVP model releases. Even if it's a product-based approach, multiple releases. We never thought that we would do this in a product-based industry, but now they're also moving towards that. At least we could see the urgency.
It's happening. It's happening. Okay. Bit interesting. Good to know. Nice to know. Good. All right. Thanks for the giving that a good heads up now. Let's do a little introduction in few minutes now. I'll give a pause somewhere. We will start each other. Uh, at least to say hello. It's a small group now, right? It's when you sit for PMP, we sit for hundreds of people. It's very huge. Man, where are you? So now we are having a very good group. We'll make a good friendly relation here. We'll talk to each other, which domain we come from, and what makes us to move towards agile. Yeah, that we'll do. This batch can go of a few weeks of time for preparation and towards the examination. It's my responsibility to take you to the journey. Yeah, we'll do this part. All right, we're saying this, we'll get inside. I have some people watching from YouTube, some of them from LinkedIn. Hey, hello to everyone who are watching there. I have some slides to go through. What I'll do is I'll put those slides also so that we can start from there. Okay, here it is. Meantime, I believe you all into part of a WhatsApp group Rahul created, and on top of that, I think Rahul sharing some details about the course or a content. You should be getting it all in your email box. Can you confirm that you're able to see the screen now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Shriram.
The screen is visible. And top of that, you know that in Zoom, there is an option on the top right. You have click at three dots, then it will show you side-by-side speaker view. So you get the speaker, also the content. Both can happen. I think this is some of the good advantage. Zoom gives a good quality video. That is high definition. All right, good. Let's get inside. Starting with here. Welcome to the program. Benefit of all, I mute others for background sound. Good. So happy and a positive learning environment with the ShriLearning. Some of us are part of ShriLearning family for a long time. You know well what's happening. Once again, I welcome you all to this program. We'll start from here. There we go. And this is for the January batch. Pretty interesting batch because the month starts with energy. Usually we set a target in the beginning of the year, maybe for health or wealth or something I want to achieve. Yeah, we set a target there. So PMI-ACP, I changed the logo, the color, the format. PMI, as you know, the PMI Institute in Pennsylvania, United States, they make a standard, right? They make a standard. So they are from 1969. And this course, PMI-ACP, is from 2011. That was the time they derived or defined the first version of the exam, after which not much changes or no changes happened. So almost a decade later, now they made a change, which is really good, welcoming change. But in Agile, after 2001, you cannot keep changing more because the way they look like the four values and 12 principles, the base is same. Like Aparna was pointing out, the organization agility model is moving. How can I take Agile to the whole corporate, not only to the Scrum team? That's where the idea is happening. Let's see how PMI has addressed it. So PMI is a pretty famous for bringing project management concepts. One of the most popular certificate is PMP, and we get into Agile, which is PMI-ACP. PMI Institute also has other certificates in Agile called Discipline Agile. They acquired a community or a group called Discipline Agile a few years back. Even though it's good, but the popularity is taking time because already we have something called Scaled Agile, which is really going well. There are many competitions in the market, but still, when you talk about Agile, ACP stands the top category. The reason is ACP don't talk one methodology. ACP will not talk for one framework. They talk very broad how an agile manager, agile practitioner, agile coach should think. They talk in that direction. So that's why the PMI ACP is still popular. Good. With this note, let's get inside. Okay, you have seen this guy before. So you should be an authorized trainer, which I had to go through certain trainings and programs. So got myself to certify to talk about PMI ACP authorized trainers. These are certain norms and conditions brought by PMI a few years back. Yeah, it's getting applied. All right, good. Okay, where this guy come from? Some of you know me well already. If you don't know, yes, I started my life in this land, the land which you know very well, the beautiful land, cultural land, yeah, in India. Then spent some time here. This land, you're pretty aware of it, Cowboy land or America. Then moved to this land, which is called Netherlands, where I spend some time right now. So different land movement, different time zones, different weather condition, but still the base is same. Yeah. All right, so your courses are looking like this. This course detail should be with you already. I believe you have that. And the timing looks like this. If you're sitting from India, it's going to be around the morning hours of your 11 to uh, 1 o'clock. I think it's a 2 hours. Usually we do 4 hour session. We thought Agile, let's take it lightweight, go with the 2 hours, see how it's getting observed by the people. I believe most of them here from the time zone of IST, or some could be from European time zone. Anyway, when you come to introduction part, I listen to you. And timing starts like this. We are on 18th of January now. So this 2 days, we're going to have some discussion and further goes on. We're going up to March. Pretty long journey, isn't it? Up to March, you're going. And I'm expecting by March, we should be able to close it because PMI recommends that we will give 28 hours of training to you. That's one of the base need. But let us see how things moves on, depending on the questions or discussions or more content. We may even go more if needed. Yeah, that's a point. It is being the first batch. There could be some addition and removal. Always there is an experiment to learn things. Good. I'll also be interested to listen to you at least for a couple of minutes. So I'll give a little pause here. I'm going to stop sharing and listen to you. When I say listen to you, let me put this way. Okay, let's get on the cam if you want to say hello to each other. So what we can do is a quick intro we can do ourselves. So it's a very small group. Quickly we can do that. What we can do here is want to listen from which domain you are. Which domain? When you say domain, you will tell that I'm in IT. Very good. In IT, what do you do? In IT, I'm into maybe healthcare. In IT, I'm into somewhere in finance. So bit little on that will be helpful to tell that which domain. I'll also give a clue that how is Agile going to help you? Yeah, let's take a short 2 lines that will help us to understand each other. Yeah. Yeah. If you don't like to share your info, that's completely fine. You can stay quiet. No one is going to ask you. It's no hurry or no push on you. If you feel like to share, you can share. And I feel this is a good forum to get connected. Well, I think Praveen is asking something here. Hey, Praveen, go ahead.
So sorry, Shriram. I just wanted to introduce myself. So I'm Praveen, and
Yeah.
I'm working in Quest Corp in Bangalore, and I'm into IT, but we are like more into insurance, the property and casualty insurance.
Mm,
And I'm currently working as a project manager. I recently got certified in PMP on the
mm,
20th of December,
mm,
and like we have a mix of traditional projects as well as agile projects. So
mm,
mostly for the infrastructure part, we are using the waterfall method, and for the like for one of the insurance integrated platforms that we have, we are using agile methodologies. When I talk about agile methodology, and specifically like we use Scrum and a mixture of XP.
Nice. Nice. Good to know. So it looked like a more hybrid projects you're going through.
Yeah.
Good to know. Thanks, Praveen, for stepping up to share your info. Nice to know. Let's go by one who puts their hands up or want to talk.
Yeah, hi Shriram, Chandan here. So I
Hey.
think we worked together for the PMP examination in 2023, end of the year.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm joining the ACP batch is because we are into the domain of AI/ML, where we are delivering predictive maintenance software to telecom operators. So
Mm,
initially, we were at least 4 5 years back, we were using the waterfall approach, where the time to market was about 6 months actually to get the the benefits. So
mm,
nowadays that time frame is, there, since there are more players in the market, there is more competition. So the
mm,
advice from the management is also slowly we moved on to hybrid, but now it has to be, completely agile. So in fact, this is one of the requirement that they have, all the delivery managers and the project managers need to have at least, Scrum certification or ACP certification, right? So this is in
mm.
fact sponsored by the company itself. So that,
Ah,
yeah, so that is one of the.
okay. Okay.
The second thing is, also I'm planning to migrate to Australia. And when I
Mm,
did some research, so in this migration process, so I also understood that PMP along with ACP is highly valued. So these are the two
mm.
reasons why I want to take this and also have a target in mind to finish this by end of March, Sriram. Thank you.
Highly motivating target, Chandra. Thanks for sharing. And I think listening this, many people get motivated. Oh, really? I can do that.
Yeah,
Good to see
thank
after a long time, your hairstyle has got changed. Huh? You changed your
you. A
hairstyle.
little bit, little
Okay.
bit.
I see a difference with you. Okay. Good, man. Good wishes. Yeah. Thanks for
Thank you,
sharing.
Shriram. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else want to share your thoughts? Aparna.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. So I am into IT and mainly in banking domain, working with Citibank. Overall, 20 years of experience, and I completed my PMP with ShriLearning 2 years back, and I still cherish those learnings and the journey. So want to experience it again. And as I said, in my organization, also a lot of demand of agile coach and implementation of agile
Hmm.
at enterprise level. So would like to apply for those role in terms of some career enhancement for myself. And
Hmm.
that's the reason I joined this.
Okay, good to know. When you say coach, I think you will be start getting into something called community of practice, or there is something called excellence.
Yes.
I think nowadays in the companies, see the years back we used to call PMO, Project Management Office, who guide these guys what to do. But now we use the term community of practice or excellence, and we start guiding them what framework to use, how to form a team. I think that's a track you are getting into. Is that right,
Yes.
Aparna?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Good to know. Thanks for sharing and good wishes.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Um, do I have anyone else want to share?
Yeah, maybe I can
Hi,
go next.
Shriram.
I think Sohan
Uh,
is getting.
No, sorry.
yes.
Sorry for that. Actually, I logged in with my son's login. So,
Ah,
so usually he uses the Zoom. That's the reason
okay.
his name is coming up. So my name is Sunita.
Sunita.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah. So I
Mhm.
have around 18 years of experience, mostly into testing.
Okay.
Texting is like all types of application, but my recent experience is in learning domain, and I work for Philips as a learning and development operations manager. I
Mm,
wanted to transition into project manager's role,
mm,
and here, if you want to transition, it is one of the certification is very much mandatory to even to apply within internal job
mm.
postings. So that's the reason I'm looking for the certification.
Good to know, Sunita. With when you say here, which
Philips. I'm working in
that,
Philips. So
that's
either
right.
it is within Philips or outside Philips, I'm looking for a
Very
project
good.
management role.
Good wishes. Good wishes. You can do that. But can I understand you are in India or
I'm in Pune.
you are in Pune? Okay.
Okay.
Because the lights are on, I thought still it's dark means some other country you are sitting.
No, I'm in Pune.
Okay. Because in India, by now the bright light should come. If it's
Yeah,
not
but
coming,
this room is used by my son, so
so
he
you
has
kept
done
it dark.
yeah, it is full setup done. So that's how
So,
I just
so
came up.
you, uh-huh, uh-huh.
I was outside and I came and then I was on his desk.
You hijacked his room, you hijacked his Zoom account.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thanks for letting know. Good
Yeah.
wishes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hi,
Okay.
Shri. Sunanda here.
Hey, hi.
Hi. Sorry for not switching on my camera. I'll
No
be
problem,
switching
no
it on in a
problem,
few minutes. So
no problem.
actually, it's 12:50 a.m. here in US, and
Oh,
it's freezing cold.
oh, wow,
Yeah.
wow. Mid of the night, you want to come for the class. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, because I really wanted to do this certification.
Yes,
And I don't know if you remember, I did PMP class with you
I
and I
remember.
cleared it last October.
Yes.
And then in the like in November and December, I was able to finish Scrum
Hmm.
Master as well as Safe 6.
Okay.
And yes, so now I'm aiming to finish up
Close
with this
ACP.
certification.
You are in a
Yes.
row. You are in a row. Let's hit all these guys.
So, like currently, I'm not working because of my visa thing, but in a few
Mm,
months, I'll start working. And since
mm,
I know Agile is in a lot of demand these days, so
mhm,
I wanted to
mm,
have the
mm.
background like ready. So yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, that's my goal.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Good wishes. And as we know that the region nowadays, they're all looking for this PMI related certificate along with Scaled agile also is happening in some places. They ask for scaled agile also, which is really good. You
Yeah.
did it. Good. Good wishes. Good wishes. But it's pretty late. It's going to start by 12 and going to close by 2 o'clock. Wow.
12:30 it started and 2:30. Yeah.
Wow. 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 Is your family? Is your family saying okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Really appreciate your passion for this level and good wishes. Yep.
Thank you, Shri.
Okay, then I'll quickly go a couple of them on the hands up there. I see Rupan. I'm going to pull in Rupan. Yes, Rupan.
Hey, hi Shri. Hello all.
Hey,
Good morning, good evening.
good morning.
So yeah, I'm Rupan from Madurai, India.
Mhm.
So I completed PMA a couple of years back in ShriLearning, of course.
Great.
So yeah, after 2 years, I just thought, what's next? And I just saw your post. So
Let's get inside.
yeah, which I got excited. So
Good to know.
yeah, why not with a PMI-ACP now? So I just started the course. So I'm associated with the Oracle right now, working in Bangalore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So of course, with as project manager right now. So it has been around 3 years in Oracle. So yeah, excited for the couple of
Okay.
months.
Okay. But you're a manager already working in Oracle.
Mhm.
But that's a set way of working already. Why we should go for Agile again?
Yeah, so I just want to know what is this ACP PMA ACP differs from PMP.
Okay.
So yeah, so we have been into Agile recently. So I just
Mm,
thought we could get more methodologies that could help our team.
mm,
So
mm,
yeah,
mm.
so it also helps. It might help if I get into other roles within my
Okay.
organization. So
Got you. Got you.
nothing on rush for now, but yeah, good to
That
learn.
makes sense. That makes sense. All right. Thanks, Rupan, and good wishes. All right, good. Quickly, I'll pull in. Oh, more hands are coming up. I'm going to pull in Shweta. I'm just going by the order I'm seeing here. Don't go. Don't feel bad, guys. I'm not pulling you. Shweta, go ahead.
Hi Shri, hi everyone. I'm Shweta, I'm from India. I think in 2023 October I completed my PMP with ShriLearning. I
Ah, great.
knew with ACP as well, and in Jan we were blessed with the baby boy, and entire my last year went taking care of him. And somewhere when I stepped into 2025, I had a feel that I'm lost with the work and taking care of my kid. And
Mm-hmm.
even I had some time I was rolling over the phone, and I wanted to come out of that. I want to carry
Okay.
to me. And in our organization, like I work in a banking domain, finance,
Mm,
and
mm,
on an IT project. We follow Scrum. We say we are agile, and I have a strong feel that we are not agile yet. We have
mm,
it are in it's really kind of the environment or the way of working. There's a lot of
mm.
opportunities, and I
Okay.
know that definitely I can't learn agile as is when if I'm working in
Okay. Got
environment.
you.
Wanted to
Got
learn, and I felt that we can even apply agile to even our life rather than only limiting to our work.
you. Okay.
I was interested to learn ACP, and
Good,
definitely,
Shweta.
yeah,
Good, Shweta. I like the motive of you. If I don't give any work to my brain, it starts looking into mobile.
yes,
So let me give some work to my brain so I'll be focused. I like that. It's also happening. We are getting highly deviated. And first, good wishes for the new baby.
yeah,
And 2025 is going to be a good target for you to learn things. And also, I listened to you that we are not really completely agile. This is one of the concern or the question from many people. Shri, when we will be completely agile? It's too hard to say someone is called completely agile until we get a good customer satisfaction rating. If I get a customer satisfaction rating, there is something called NPS, right? There is something called Net Promoter Score. In a Net Promoter Score, if I can reach my customer is getting exactly what they want, my gulf of evolution is shrinking. That is, I'm really understanding what my customer want. It doesn't mean I follow Scrum or a waterfall model or any model. It works. But like you said, when I learn agile principles and models, a way of working, maybe I can tune a little bit there.
yeah. What I observe is people take whatever they want. Even agile says
Mhm.
delivery. They think that we want to deliver immediately. They don't think
Mm.
at times, or
Yeah.
that
Yeah. That's the
wanted
point. That's a valid point.
with agile knowledge.
Okay. Good
Thank
wishes, Shweta. Good wishes. Keep rocking. All right, good. Oh, I have to. Okay. Baichi, want to get inside?
Yeah, hi Shriram, good morning. Hello
Hey.
everyone. Shriram, I think we have connected in 2021 and I completed my PMP in
Great.
2021.
Great.
Yeah, and I work for the ABB in OT technology. I work for operational technology, and
Mhm.
currently I'm in Qatar working as a technical specialist.
Mm.
My motive of the ACP, actually my work is totally agile. We are getting too much changes in our work day by day. So we
Mhm.
are getting service orders, projects, all those things. So my work nature is very highly agile. So I
Mm.
wanted to just learn this methodology and implement in my work. So that's my motive of the learning ACP.
Nice to know. Completely agile. Okay. Good to know. So you will be driving the agile parameters in a company?
Uh, not no, not. But my work nature is like that. We are changing very drastically since customer demand is there. So sometimes they have different requirements. So we
Okay.
are executing that one. Yeah.
The way of working is changing. Very good. Nice to know.
Correct.
Thanks for sharing that, Baji. All right, good. I have three more people with the hands up. I listen to them, and rest of them will come back again in the sometime little gap later. Okay, so that we will get to some subject also, so that others also can get ready with their content. All right, good. So I'll pull in Divya. Divya, look like after a long time.
Yeah, good morning, Shri, and good morning, everyone. And it's great to meet you after a long time again. I think we met in 2020 when I cleared my PMP.
4 years gone. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm basically, as you know, from manufacturing industry, and entire my career was in project management. But the
Mm,
current my role expansion is with the PMO lead role for the rest of the world, and I
mm,
have a group of project managers as a team member. And now, what we see as a trend within our organization is that the need of agile has come
mm,
because we are product based company, so we can't have agile throughout our development life cycle. But basically, before design phase, what we can do, because we have started seeing the trend from our customers, especially starting from China, where they
mm,
want fast response, they don't want to wait for prototype to be delivered
mm,
later, etc.
mm,
So we
mm.
have a specific strategic initiative also internally, and the
Okay.
same trend we are seeing in the rest of the world also.
Oh, okay.
So I thought, let me get into the subject little bit more now. Yes, with
Okay.
PMP we did little bit of agile, but
Okay.
now I thought, let me get into more to the detail, and
Detail.
then I want to also develop my team in the same area and also support the organization wide
That's
strategy. So
that's
this is
that's
one.
impressive. That's impressive.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing that China is forcing you.
Yeah, so I would say from that side we have started already. It has become a
Okay.
part of strategy itself internally,
All right. All right.
and we want to capture the market share as much as possible, and we want to
Got
lose the
you.
business. So that's the idea overall.
All right.
Secondly, I also have a plan to move towards Europe, that I'm also
Ah,
planning. I think I had some discussion couple
yeah.
of months back with you. So these are the two main intention, I would say.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Good wishes and good wishes for a migration as well.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, Shriram.
Perfectly. And a couple of more, then we are getting back. Ramya is here. Here's Ramya.
Hello, Shri. Good morning, and good
Hey.
morning, everyone. I'm basically from Mysore, and currently living in Germany, Stuttgart, since last 12 years. I moved here to my master's, and until for 10 years, I worked as a full stack developer. Since last 4 years, I moved to Scrum Master role. Currently, I'm working as a safe Scrum Master, and soon I will be promoting as a release train engineer.
Mm,
So before moving to this role, I wanted to also upskill my agile
mm.
knowledge. So since last 4 years, I was doing some different courses on Agile and Scrum. So that makes me also good in this, but still I wanted to learn something very
More.
even more. Yeah, so that's why.
More.
Yeah, and more important thing is that I was waiting for your course since last 1 year. I was always connecting with Rahul and. I get to know this information that you will be starting this course this year. So since the wait is over, I'm here today. Just wanted to learn from you.
Appreciate it.
And
Appreciate
I'm
it. Really.
working for I'm working for the semiconductor industry here. It's called as Advanced. It's ATE manufacturing machines, like automatic test manufacturing machines there. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm in the semiconductor industry, and we are following IT and the safe methodology.
Very good, very good. So which just means the chip manufacturing in this
Yeah,
there is
not a chip manufacturing. For the chips, we are testing these chips through our ATE machines.
one of the
Yeah,
machine in the ecosystem.
yeah.
Okay, interesting. That's interesting to know. I'm happy
Automatic
to
test
see that.
manufacturing machines.
Very
We are
good.
in the RF domain and also in the digital analog, all these kind of different machines we manufacture, and also we
Very
share
good.
it with, yeah.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
And you said you're getting into RTE, which is release train engineer.
Yeah.
Where you will be handling more than 5 or 6 Scrum teams.
Yeah, more than 5 or 6, like maybe around 8 to 10 teams. So this is the target currently we are having. So
Okay.
soon I will be getting some 8 to 10 teams by mid of this year. So yeah, that is
Very
the,
good, very
yeah.
good, very good. Okay, you have to conduct the Scrum ceremonies,
Yeah,
parameters.
and also communicating with product manager, product owners, and
Very
also
good.
other release train engineer in the COPs. So mostly we were discussing about this agile thing, how to upskills our knowledge in the COP and all. So that's the main thing to be here, to learn and also to help us.
Nice, nice, Ramya. I think in the classes we may even pull some of examples from your model also, which will be helpful.
Sure,
Good,
sure.
Ramya. Thanks
Looking
for
forward.
sharing that.
Thank you very much for hosting this course soon. Yeah.
Very good. Thanks for the patience to wait and join the class.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, good. I have one more person, Arvind.
Hello, Shriram. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Myself, Arvind, and I have 20 years of experience, and I currently work for Amazon. I handle a 300-member team. It's a test execution operations, basically. But I have, it's a kind of a portfolio of multiple programs. I handle projects as well as operations. It's a kind of a techno-functional teams. Basically, Amazon do not insist on any certifications, external certifications and all that. They have their own standards and things like that. But last year I did my PMP and I really fell in love for the syllabus. And from there on, with the change in syllabus and agile, be it the mindset and the leadership, really keenly looking forward because learning these best practices, I'm able to implement in my teams, basically. And my stakeholders do follow some of the agile practices, who is my quality assurance and development teams. That is the basic interest, and I would like to continue to invest in learning and improve myself and my teams.
Good to know. And welcome, Arvind. And you said you're handling 300 people.
Yes, I manage managers and as well as I manage individual contributors.
Wow, man. You run your own company inside Amazon.
No, ours is a kind of a 1,500 member organization,
Okay.
and I own a particular
Okay, that's
department.
huge. Okay, it takes a lot of effort to run a big organization or group. Really
Yes.
good. Great. All right. Thanks, Arvind. Thanks for sharing that. All right. And I think if we listened to a few set of people, first, thanks a lot for stepping up to talk about yourself because it needs more amount of transparency to speak about what you are and who you are. Some of them couldn't speak today. It's fine. We can talk tomorrow as well because I'll do some group activities also. We're going to split into group and discuss and work together. I'm meeting some of them after a long time. Really feel like great now to meet you all after a long time. At the same time, this journey is going to continue. As you all are asking for or discussing about agile is in demand in my place. Yes, it's going to be highly in demand. I'm keep talking about project management certifications. I'm taking classes for scaled agile. I'm taking classes for ACP now starting with. Agile is being highly demand. That doesn't mean that we throw the old model. It is going to still be there. So your companies are started 30 years back, 40 years back, or 50 years back, or 100 years back. Those model, what is in your company, they can't throw out. That's going to be there because that's a hierarchy structure they formed year and year. They can't throw it. Now, Agile is also learning that you cannot something inject and push something out. No, both has to be there. When both has to stay, how can make it work together? That is what we are going to learn now. we are going to see that how can I bring agility at the organization level, not only at the team level. Because when they try at the team level only, like at a scrum master should be there, a product owner should be there, a team member, fantastic, nice. Where is an architect? Where you see your senior manager? Where you see your top executive? Who are they? Where are they? Are they going to talk agile? Or am I going to talk agile only in daily stand-up? Agile should be a way of life in my whole organization. If I'm speaking agile and my finance team don't understand agile, then how do we sync? If I'm speaking agile as a scrum master, but my HR department says I'll give employee or recruitment on my own phase, it won't work. They're saying that how can I bring agility to different departments? How can we bring everything together? At least now we are moving that direction. When Agile popped up in 2001, when they spoke about it, it's more of how a team can do. Now, 25 years later, we're thinking that how an organization can do. I think that is the maturity we have come here. And this will be expected for you when you go for a job interview or wherever you are. They expect you not to talk only at the team level, or rather, can you talk at organization level? So they're recruiting people who can think broader. Yeah, that's important. But for that reason, I cannot miss the nitty-gritty of what I have to do in a daily job also. So the PMI-ACP is working to cover all the sections. That's why the subject is getting broader. Yeah, let's get inside. Yeah, considering another 1 hour with us, we'll get to some subject knowledge. As being the first day, I'm getting start with that. And tomorrow we'll get more detail into this. So what I do is I'll put the slide back on view for you. You can confirm, you can, if you're able to see the screen.
Yes, Shri.
Am I visible? Okay, very good. Thanks for confirming. So now you all know that how to do in the sense of if you have a questions, put your hands up. That is emoji. So I know that you have a question. I can listen to you. All right. These are the 4 domains PMI is recommending for PMI ACP. When they say domain, I can call it as a knowledge area, the knowledge which will help us. Is it sure it will help us? It depends on how we acquire it, how we digest it. Okay. So look at these topics. Let me know what pops up in your mind. You know, you didn't read this topic at all. You don't know what this topic at all. But what pops up in your mind, or which topic is attracting you out of this 4? Which one you feel, that looks nice, kind of. Chandan says, mindset looks good for me. Okay.
Leadership.
Leadership looks good. Okay, very good. Delivery also comes out. Mindset also comes out. I'm saying more mindset is coming up. All right. I'm saying this guy is winning more awards. Okay, more awards are going to mindset and leadership. Delivery is also winning some awards. Okay. Thanks for the people who giving the inputs there. Praveen says all 4 I want. Come on, man. I don't miss anything. Give me all. Give me. That's true, Praveen. That's true. But now what I'm seeing is mindset is winning the part. Mostly I'm seeing awards are going to this guy. Whatever we say, mindset is getting a big mess problem in the industries now. Even though we have a systematic approach, the mind of, agility is all about delivering value to the customer. We see only in the paper. When it comes to reality, people go back to the same lifestyle, what they lived 20 years back. It's getting so tough to bring that mindset of agility. Okay, it's a good thought. Good thought. Now, thanks for all the people who gave the inputs. But here you see some percentages given. This is towards your examination, what questions going to come. Beyond questions, I would say that PMI gives a heavy stress on this area. This is mindset and leadership. At the same time, a product, they're going to talk more about how you refine the work, how you understand your customer requirements very well. Some of us will feel that, hey, this is a role of a product owner. Should I care? Now, when you learn these agile courses, you learn as an agile manager, right? You learn as an agile manager or you learn as an agile coach, which means you will not say, is it a product owner? Is it a scrum master? Is it an RTE? Is it any manager? You are top of all. You are going to be a coach. You are going to be a guide to all these people who do this job. But if you don't understand how the product is working, chances are it's so tough for us to sit here and give a guidance to people. And also we talk about more of a delivery model. And end of day, if a delivery is not able to plan well, I don't think whatever we planned on the top doesn't work. So PMI divided this into 4 sections. Earlier it used to be 7 sections. Some of them I found as a regrouping, and some of the text content has been upgraded. So let's go one by one and see what they do here. Thanks for giving all the inputs. I'm going to start with this mindset. If you watch out here, when you say mindset, I'll quickly put it up. All right. So you see certain things here, more of a philosophical thing, experiment early, mindsets. Okay. So now, when you watch out this mostly will be generic statement. Okay, generic statement. However, when it comes to embrace mindset, and this is a place you see all your methodology starts coming in. You have a Scrum, you have a Kanban, you have a XP, you have something called feature-driven development, all started getting explained. Let's go all the detail one by one, what they do there. And then we have to get into some of the places where they talk about people parameter. They start talking about the people parameter, how the people can be brought into agile mindset. Yeah, that's what the first topic comes in. I don't want to beat everything on the first day, so I'll take a step-by-step approach to get inside. Let me put there. Okay. In fact, if you see the next one, the leadership part, let's give a few seconds to observe what is under leadership. Under leadership, you have empowering the team. If someone did the PMP recently, you would have seen this word empower used in few places. Have you seen this word empower being used heavily, or the use of word diversity mostly? So you could have seen these terms in exams, and you can see the terms about a conflict management in part of PMP.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, it starts coming in. So now I see
Yes.
that some of the relevance of content from PMP is referred in ACP also. But this is morely onto agile thought oriented. In PMP, they were giving a flavor of it. They're giving a flavor. How can this help a hybrid companies? But when it comes to ACP book, they want to go more detail into that, in the sense of how do you empower your team? How do you solve the conflicts? How do you bring that facilitation technique? Yeah, they're going more detail into that. Some techniques have been explained. I see more details being given in this book, in the content, which is good actually. Let's go a little more. Then they have a product. A product, I believe this is more of a trend which we follow. You refine the product, you manage the increment, you visualize what you do, and then you go for the delivery model. This area, when it comes to people feel that, I know this, man. I've done this before. How to prioritize, I know. Then we have something called a delivery model. Delivery, they started talking about metrics, which I like more, because metrics is a primary thing to make us to show where we are. Where we talk about all the charts and all the graph systems. How do you track the graph? How do you see where you started, where are you? It could be even a product roadmap tracking, milestone tracking. So we have to see those information also. So a lot more content coming on your way. Let me not throw everything on you on the first day. So let's go step by step to learn all these parameters. We will start with the exam. First, you should know what is the exam. Some of us would have watched the webinar a few weeks back, but just quickly recall what is for the exam, which means towards the exam, what you have to do. Maybe a couple of slides, and then I get to the subject. When I say exam, before I say this, let me ask this question. Some of you should be PMI member already, isn't it? Some of you are PMI member
Yes.
already.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, if you are a member, I believe they have a better pricing for you before your membership ends. Please check that part with Rahul later. I mean, your exam fee will have a pricing difference. If your membership is ending by, let's say, March, April, June, or maybe in 1 month from now, prepare yourself to plan your exam date so that you can pay the exam fee at least, so that you get the discounts. Don't miss the discounts part. Just a thought process. And at the same time, since you prepared for PMP for a while, if you prepared for PMP, for the people who prepared for PMP, this exam will be close to that, which means you know already what model of questions will come. So you may not delay too much to write the examination. If you're not prepared for PMP, you're fresh here, you're starting this exam first, then I think you have to start from the scratch. You may need some more time for the preparation. Before I further proceed, let me ask, do I have people here who have not done PMP? You are directly only for ACP. Is anyone here who have not done any course? You are directly for PMI-ACP. Let me see that. Okay. Is it Sunita? Did you say yes for that?
Yes,
Okay.
I have not done PMP.
Not done PMP. Very good. So which means you're going to start from the scratch. Nice to know.
Yeah.
Also for Kuntal, right?
Yes, Shriram.
2 people are there. Very good. Nice to
And
good to know.
me too,
Thanks.
Shriram.
Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know. Now, because I should not always assume everyone done a PMP, but as I keep in mind, PMP is not a preliminary for this exam. No, because people did PMP, they thought to get into this area. So you can do it directly from the scratch also. Okay, thanks for letting know. Keeping that in mind, first let's look at quickly on the eligibility part. Quick check on eligibility. You will have a school diploma or you show your degree, and you will have to show 2 years of agile experience within last 5 years of experience. This is for the people who don't have your PMP certificate. If in case you have a PMP certificate, this is getting fulfilled. You no need to show experience. So for example, Sunita and Kuntal, I'll help you how to fill the form to fill this 2 years of agile experience. So it's my responsibility to help you there. But the people who have already PMP certified, you will not fill this information. It's not needed for you, right? Whereas you will show 28 hours of training. Yeah, that's what the classes are going on right now. So when you fill the form, people who have this experience, you're going to fill the experience, and the people who have done the certificate, you say, in fact, that option itself will not come for you. They know that you've already done it. They say, okay, you've done it. Good. That's all it is. But how to fill this 2 years of experience? Okay, again, I'm repeating myself. This is on the education. This is on the professional learning. And this is for the people who show the experience. And this is for the people who already got the certificate. I think they made a little more easy for the people who got PMP certified. They're saying, okay, guys, you're free to go. That's how they made it. But still, it's not the preliminary, that's not the prerequisite. That's a message. Quick touch base on this, how to do this, how to fill the application form. You know that if you go to PMI website, on the top left, you see certifications. On the top right, you see something called a register. If you're new to PMI, I'm mentioning to the people watching from YouTube or someone who don't know, never been here. You go to here, register it. When you click a register, they're going to ask you some questions, some of the basic questions like your first name, last name, country, where you work, what you do, stuff. Once you fill all these things, they'll give you an account. It's a free account, nothing to pay. And then you get into the place how to apply for the exam. Again, you go back on your page. On the top left, you see certification. You click on the certification, and then you have a apply now. As I said, there are some fee structure given here. It depends on the country where you are. Check out your pricing based on your organization or your country. So you click a certification here, and you will come to know PMI-ACP, and you click for apply now. Yeah, that's how it is. Let me go a little more. And you fill your details for the people, anyone who going for the examination. You fill your which year you attend the degree. I mean, the qualification, you fill it here. And the institutions or country, name of the institution, you fill all this information, the basic information. This everyone has to fill in. So you have to do this. And you will also fill in the provider information. When I say provider information, where you did your ACP certification, you fill it there. And the course dates, in our case, it will become January till February, you fill in, or up to March, and then it will fill 28 hours of training. Rahul will help you on this info in the sense of what is the provider name, what is the course date. If not, also in our portal, we have the details. Rahul is going to share you all these details in a communication board where you will get all these details of what all to be filled in. Agile experience, and I'll be giving you shortly a template how to fill this info. In fact, you will put all this info, probably description writing, you may need to know what to write. I'll be sharing a template, how to write it, and this we'll do after a few weeks of time from now. Not so urgent, but at least an information to you. Is it clear up to this, what to do for the application?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Then let's move a little more towards the part about the examination. One info to you, the exam is totally 120 questions. Some of you may already know that. If you don't know, it's 120 questions. And in this, 20 questions are called unscored questions, which means this is used for research purpose. But in an exam hall, you don't really care about it because you have to take all the questions. So 120 questions you will do in 3 hours of time. In this 3 hours of time, there is a 10-minute break given to you. There is a 10-minute break given to you. The break will appear after completion of 60 questions. The break will not come on a specific time. The break will come after specific question, which means when you cross the 60th question, which means almost 50% of this, right? When you cross 60th question, a pop-up will come, hey, would like to go for a break. Once you click for the break, yes, you can go for it and come back again. So your exam is a plan like this, that you have a break in between. When we do practice with the ShriLearning, you'll follow the same pattern and we'll let you know what to do with the practice exams. We have practice exams. In the practice exams, you will follow the same pattern of 120 questions, 3 hours, and you'll take a break in between. So we do the same pattern until you go to the main examination. You will practice at least 4 or 5 full exams in ShriLearning. Also, we have a lot of short questions for the exam preparation process. We'll let you know more as days moves on. Okay, good. Question model. PMI has to change the model again. When I say again, earlier it was only the multi-choice questions. Now they have this model of question. Then you have something multiple response you have to give. This model is available. They have this drag and drop questions, and you have some display questions also, which means yes or no questions also coming in. There are models, many models are given here, but I doubt these all are happening because I recently had a conversation with a guy who took exam PMI-ACP, and he was able to say that mostly this model of questions are coming. These two models of questions are highly focused. Very rarely they get other models of questions. But PMI want to bring more trend like what they did in PMP. They want to apply the same in PMI-ACP, but they're doing step by step slowly because this exam model changed only a few months back. We will converse more as we move towards in the class in detail. All right, books to read. We'll talk about the books to read. This is one big area. People has a lot of questions because the books not highly published in the market. For example, the book what we are still reading is a Mike Griffith book, which was published years back. Now, Mike Griffith is still preparing his next edition of the book. At least somewhere I saw his message saying that he's preparing on the book. Agile practice guide books there. On top of that, PMI have given some workbooks, and that workbook has a lot of content to go through. But one thing good about Agile is you don't need to stick with one particular book. Agile topic you can read from any book. The books, whichever you feel that it gives a depth of Agile, you can read. There is a book called Essential Scrum. Somewhere I read this book. It's a good book to cover a lot of ways how Agile can be approached. So Agile doesn't stop with any one specific book because PMI also don't stop with saying that read only this book because PMI only gives PMI content outline. If you can cover the mindset in any book, it's okay. If you cover the delivery model or a product model in any book, it's completely okay. They don't push on it. However, it is these books can give it closer connection. That's what they can do. So coming back to you, I would say that look for the books which is comfortable for you, which means when you read it, you'll feel the language is good. When you read it, you feel that you're learning something. Go for those books. So for now, I recommend you to first complete your Agile Practice Guide, the book which you have already with you. If you don't have, Rahul will help you on the spot. You complete this book and read PMI-ACP exam preparation book prepared by Mike Griffith in 2018 or 2018. I'm right. So 2018, this book came in. Still, it's more relevant book with the content. These two books covers enough information to clear the examination. On top of that, there are some study material released by PMI, and that content is also available. You can listen to that content and read to that content also. But I will say that a good person starts from here and get the base clearly, and from there you go for it. Yeah, hope that's clear for you. All right. Then let's get back to the content. We'll talk something on the subject right now. I feel like I stop. Why I lost again? Here it is. All right. So let's start with the experiment early. I'll go from here. All right. The first topic, getting into experiment early in the project. Oof, how early we experiment? Okay. Bharat is questioning, do we need to focus on Scrum reading? I want to understand from this. Bharat, what do you mean by Scrum reading? Can you elaborate a little more?
Shriram.
Hey, morning.
Sorry, I think we were meeting after a long time. So this is my repeat session with you. So
Good to meet you, Bharat.
then I think 22 I did first time, but
Okay.
after that I focus on PMP. So I did that 23. So now it's time for me to come back again on ACP and start again. Sorry.
Good to see you, Bharat. Yeah.
The question last time I remember you had mentioned a few books on the Scrum as well. So that's the reason I asked this question, because this time you mentioned only these two, Agile Practice Guide and this Mike Griffith. There were a few more.
Essential Scrum.
Yeah. I think missed the name, but yes, you mentioned that name. So is the recommendation changed now this time?
Now, these two books are a good base to start. And I would say that from there, we can go with the PMI study material, the content. Yeah, because these two books will give the at least more than 60-70% content. It will give that base. From there, if you can read PMI material, that is sufficient. Essential Scrum, those days it was needed because this kind of study material were not available by the time. So Essential Scrum was getting more detail into explaining about each role and each delivery model very well. If I want to say that a good read, still now the Essential Scrum is a good book to read. I can refer those content is really good. But for exam preparation, I would go with the books like these two books plus PMI material content.
All right. Thank you.
All right, good.
Shri, a quick question. You were saying two books. So by two books, you mean one by Mike Griffith?
That's
Is that
right.
correct? And which is the other one?
This is
Essential
Agile
Scrum?
Practice Guide from PMI.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
perfectly. Because these books, some of us read for PMP exam. Okay. We would have read it, we would have seen it. And now when you read for PMI-ACP, it'll be a different angle.
I didn't read it. I just read the glossary from that book.
Now time to read it. Now time to go read it. There are
Okay.
sections in PMI Agile Practice Guide book called appendix, end of the book. Those things we have to read carefully. Agile Practice Guide is a small book, 180 pages, I believe. We have to read in detail. And we have to read this book called Mike Griffith. I believe it's around 200 or 250 pages.
Yeah.
It's a very good book. This guy has written 2018. Still now I feel it's worth the book with a lot of content into that. So we have to go through that. Okay, good.
So are these two books enough for the
Yeah.
preparation? Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Good then. Let's give a kickstart with the experiment early. What is experiment early? This is the first start with this. I should in fact get to the place called why agile. There was some topic on why agile. I want to start, then I come with the experiment early. There was a topic given to start for you. By the way, do you think we should really need agile? So when the PMI puts for PMI-ACP, they start with the topic, why agile? Do we really need agile? That's a question they start with. And of course, people say that, hey, yeah, I need agile. Why need agile? Because my job is demanding me. But the PMI want to say that, hey, it is not job demanding, the industry is changing. So what they want to say about why agile? They put certain points for why agile. First thing, if you look at the screen, they start saying that, hey, there is a lot of revolution happen over decades of time or century of time. The first thing is they start using the word knowledge work projects. In this room, many of us would be working in a project which is more of with the knowledge workers. Somewhere I should have used this term knowledge workers if you're not aware of it. Knowledge workers are the people who are highly capable of thinking on their feet, on their own, and they take action where they may not need a spoon-feeded instructions. They know what to do. Now, how this evolved over a period of time. Early days, yeah, they're starting with the hunter stage. I don't want to go that level, but I'll talk about agricultural revolution, and then we move to the industrial revolution stage, and over a period of time, we move to the information or technology revolution stage right now. Now, when these revolutions are happening over a period of time, the way of people, the model of people who think and work has been changed over decades of time. There are days we need a work breakdown structure. Even today we need it. But how a work breakdown structure formed is, I have a WBS. In this WBS, I will create a package. A package is a collection of work. And this package I can give to somebody called module lead. Have you heard this term module lead before? Module lead or tech lead. And make this guy, can you please do this job? And this lead will take to his team members of, let's say there are 5-6 people. And what this lead will do is say, guys, can you please implement whatever is asked here? And this team will either do it, or they may ask question, or they cannot do it. Something will happen. Now the whole responsibility stays with the one guy called module lead. Next time I'll go and question him, hey, have you completed it? I will chase this person to make it happen. Or it could be done by the project manager. This model even today works in some organization. However, the book starts talking that when you work in a knowledge work project, the work which needs more creative and thinking process, not on a physical labor work, this model of execution could be more delayed execution. Rather, you should bring the knowledge workers together and they should be able to plan it. In agile project, instead of following this a hierarchy format, they go for a circular format. If you see circular format, it means I have a team where I don't have anyone called a module lead or a project manager. Everyone in this group have the responsibility to decide what they want to do. Whereas when I follow some hierarchy model, there is someone who decides for me what I should do. But here, anyone can plan. But when I want to plan, anyone should be here. I should have a set of people called as T-shaped people. Do anyone know what is called T-shaped people?
Yes, Shri. So T-shaped people
Yeah,
will have
Shriram.
Special skill sets,
In one area.
and they have the breadth of
depth of knowledge, depth and breadth of knowledge.
Depth and breadth of knowledge, right? So I may have a deep knowledge in one area and broader knowledge in a couple of more areas. So should I say that in this circular form where we have an agile, every team member should be T-shaped?
yes.
No, not necessary.
Not necessarily, right? I can even have someone I-shape in the group. I can even have a G-shape in the group, which means generalized person. But the more the T-shape, better you can move forward. If not, it gets stuck there because a I-shaped person goes on a holiday. Now, what happens is the I-shaped person goes on a holiday, this person has a knowledge. Now, if another T-shaped person can learn this knowledge, chances are we can continue that work. We don't have to wait for it. Now, we were hearing that, right? There was a push that market, we want early delivery. When I want a early delivery, when I want a quality delivery, if I'm going to rely on one particular person, one particular knowledge, it's getting time delayed. In lean management, we use a term called waiting is a waste of time. Waiting is a waste of time. Waiting for an approval, waiting for someone, waiting for some process to complete, it's a waste of time. How can I reduce that waiting time? Should I improve process something? Yes, one of the process improvement is bringing people who can work collaboratively and deliver faster. But Shri, you mean that this is a failure model? Not at all. Even today, it works effectively in the place where it is needed. There are places even today I need people to be an SME. We call them as SME. Who is SME? SME stands for
Subject matter expert.
subject matter expert. A subject matter expert knows that particular domain, that particular module, and that person can drive others, can do the job. It still works in the market. But there are certain industry where you cannot rely only on SME. I have to go to the people who can do the job in a circular form. Let's come back to this point. When I work in a knowledge work projects, when I'm in this model of projects, and the revolution has happened over a period of time, now we have to move towards knowledge workers collaborate to solve the problems. Because the projects, what we are taking in knowledge work is, it's a complicated and complex projects, which is challenging, which is not well-defined and clear work. So we need people who can solve this problem. When I get into that zone, and that zone is going to be called as agility, where people need a quick reflex. See, what is a reflex, man? In sports, we use the term reflex. A person who can turn quick to take a move. It could be athletic, it could be cricket, it could be a football. We look for the reflex, a body twist and turn. And this is much needed in the industry where your technology and your work requirements are very dynamic in nature. In few slides later, I'll bring something called a Stacy graph. Someone would have seen it before. We talk about uncertainty of requirement, uncertainty of technology, how it will impact my work. We'll see that in a few minutes. But the start point here is why Agile? Agile is needed because of revolution happening in the industry. But for that reason, I will not say the hierarchy model is wrong. Hierarchy also needed, but still we have to mature more into agility. Let's go a little more. Some of the examples or models are given here. The difference between industrial and knowledge work. I believe this is pretty evident here. In industrial work, the work is highly visible. Of course, it's a highly invisible characteristic of knowledge work because you have to think and do the job. Some of your work is, I believe, it's not visible. This work is stable. This work keep on changes. Okay. See here, it's a defined task. This is what we get in the work. Here is understand the task. You have to know what you have to do. Okay, only the highlight will be given. Rest of the work, the team member has to understand and do that. Here they look more for autonomy. People make a decision. That's how it's needed. The quality is highly focused. All right. Strict performance standards. Here it is a continuous learning. Continuous learning. When you say continuous learning in Agile, there is a place they use the word retrospective. Have you heard this word retrospective?
Yes.
Retrospective, right? We've seen this before. So we retrospect it. What do you mean by retrospecting? We look ourselves, hey, what we're doing? Is it really going well? Anything can be improved. But you mean here we don't do that? Yeah, we do it, but maybe a bit late in the game, which means it comes as a lessons learned, end of the phase, end of the project. But I won't say this is a wrong, but there is a need. That's the way it works, right? So now they call it as a defined versus empirical process. When I say defined, this is needed in an industry where you know the requirement very well. This is needed in the industry where the requirements are not clear. Empirical process. The word empirical talks about learn through experience. The word empirical talks about learn through experience. So when I move towards agility, I'll be working for how can I learn something and improve the way I'm doing next time. Yeah, that's pretty important. Now, before I jump to next slide, question to the people here, which one you are seeing in your job? Are you looking more on the leftmost side or the rightmost or mix of both? What is happening in your job?
Shri, for me, both are mixed. I do industrial job, but I need knowledge also to complete my task. So we take
Hmm.
decision as per the
Hmm.
since we work aside, there are uncertainties are more. So we
Hmm.
resolve the issues and based on our experience, and
Okay.
we take decision.
Okay, mix of it's happening. Okay, good to know. I'm seeing Arun says mix of both. Rupan says both. Wow, many of them are saying both. Okay. Okay.
It's a
Yeah.
mix of both also, Shriram, because depends upon the risk appetite also that we're willing to take as an organization on different programs and projects as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. But which direction we may move over a period of time? What is your thought? Will we continue the mix or things may change? Let's imagine ourselves for 3 years from now. The industries wherever we are working, will it continue hybrid or will there be any changes?
It's more of a knowledge work, I could see.
Okay, things are moving in that direction. Okay, okay. Thanks for sharing. To me, as I see last 15, 20 years, I'm not saying the change is happening pretty fast. It takes time. Even though some says that, hey, totally it will be agile, I would still say that total agile will take time. Not needed also. If both hybrid can work well, I don't think I have to force my company to say that, guys, no, you have to be all agile. No, not needed. But as I said at the beginning of the class, we have to watch our customer satisfaction rating. Where are we? If my customer is getting what they want with this model, I will say, yeah, go for it. What's wrong in changing it? If something works better, I don't want to touch and change it right now. But if my rating is not going well, my customer is not getting it, then there's a problem. Which means this part, there is something we're talking about continuous innovation, which means if I can innovate something, I can make my market and product better day by day. It's good. What if I'm spending a 70% time here, strict standards, and a 30% time here, because of which my market values are dropping? The more delay is happening in my thought process, more delay in my delivery, and the delay is going to be cost me something, and that's called as COD. COD stands for cost of delay. Have anyone heard this term before? Cost of delay?
Yes.
Yeah, cost of delay. There is a cost of delay that I couldn't do that because I feel that my hybrid is working, but with this hybrid, I'm inclining towards more of this area, standards in my company, rather not going for a new thought process and not questioning the model what I'm working. So I may delay my product. I could have done it by 2025. Because of my company model of working, I'm releasing it only by 2027. And with which a new player comes to the market, takes a market share. And if this is happening, yes, I'm in trouble. I have to be careful on this part. And this is where you will involve as a leadership person. How can you make it better? So, as a coach, as a manager, as an agile entrepreneur, you start looking into how can I make it better? That's where the market is looking for. Thanks for sharing the inputs. Let's see a little more other points. Some of the characteristics of agile mindset. Let us look at this part. Some of the characteristics. Increase return on investment. Okay, I know everyone look for ROI. Pretty good. Unleash creativity and innovation. Bring out the innovation. I think we just now saw that innovation part should be part of discussion and bringing it on ROI. Reliable result. I think this is pretty important. They call us a predictability. Your results are predictable. You are able to show some standard, deliver reliable results. How can I bring reliable results, Shri? Primarily, you go by PMI standard. Quality means meeting requirements. If I can meet the requirements of the customer, and if I can be stable on my rhythm or my cadence, I'm getting more reliable. We have to see how to do this. That's what the whole process of learning. But when you process it, you also expect uncertainty. Uncertainty. If I want to put the Stacy graph, we know that there is an uncertainty of what to do. We know the uncertainty of how to do is there, right? The two things are there, what and how. And if I'm somewhere here, it's a plan-driven project. It's a simple. We call this as a simple. Whereas when I stand somewhere here, I am in an uncertain world, which means I'm going to expect uncertainty, which means my customer don't know. My customer says, hey, I don't know what to do. What to do? Come on, man. How can you say what to do? Yeah, I don't know what to do. But do you know why we do? The customer says, yeah, I'm aware of the business case. I have the business case. My business case says that I need a artificial intelligence based medical system. Fantastic. What do you mean by artificial medical system? Artificial intelligence based medical system. I'm aware of it. I'm aware of it. Why I need, I know that. But don't ask me what to do. Don't ask me how to do, because of both I still don't have a clarity. So let's go by improving step by step, incremental approach. Let's go step by step. But you being an agile person, can you show me some innovation? Can you show me your team to fail fast and learn something? Don't shy from failing, but your team should come forward to take that courage to fail, learn, do something so that we move faster together. And for this, they need a team. When you want to sit and work in this particular place, you need a special kind of a people who can think beyond boundaries. And that's where the agile thought process comes in. If I'm going to go back to the previous slide, in the previous slide, we have a standard strict rules, the way of working. Morning, I'll come to office, open the Excel sheet. I will see what all the work to do. I will do the work. If I complete, happy. If I don't complete, I say, guys, I can't do that. I go home. Yeah, that's also fine. But can I get a person who can think beyond this? When they see a work, can they ask questions? Can they challenge me? They can expect some uncertainty there. Can they improve the reliability on a day by day? If that kind of agile thought process I get in my company, I think I want to place this guy to here. Of course, I'm not denying this is not needed. I won't say this is not needed. It's needed. Yeah, some work should be planned properly. There are many work in the world which needs this kind of people. And if I can bring that agile thought process, I think I have moved in the right direction. If today Elon Musk is coming with a new idea of a Neuralink, I believe most of you heard the story, Neuralink. Did you hear the Neuralink story? Neuralink, he's doing some surgery for the people and set a chip on the brain where the people can, mostly people who have a paralyzed problem, they may not need to touch the computer or device. Through brain thought process, they can make the computer work. Now, it was an attempt. Was it successful? No, they're still trying it out. I will say that is part of what to do, how to do. They really don't know. They have the idea of a why, but there I cannot go with a very structural approach, which will be a failure. Probably I have to go for a more experimental approach. Yeah, that's what they're looking for. Okay, Arvind, I'm reading your comment. We will move towards the right, but left will also be retained in some areas like following structures, quantity, performance, ensure. Fantastic. I think you're talking about these structured approach and agile approach. Is it, Arvind?
That's right, Shri. Because certain things are continuing to be followed, especially when managing performance standards. Because differentiating the performance for differentiated compensation structure, in those areas, I don't think things will change. Even though, I mean, so hybrid is something we are seeing basically.
Will continue, right? Hybrid will continue. Yeah, good. Thanks for sharing that, Arvind. Okay, let's step in a little more information. This picture, yeah, Bharat.
Recently, there was a discussion in one of the settings which in my company. There was a topic about agile leadership and the agile mindset. One of the speaker mentioned that though we can just to convince ourselves, we can call it as a hybrid. But saying hybrid as such does not give a conviction that we are agile. It's just like satisfying ourselves. Oh, we are on the way to agile, but we are not actually. So it's just like a temporary convictions just to make ourselves comfortable. Yes, we are moving towards agile, but we want to say that yes, we are still working in like a traditional way of projects or the business execution, but we are moving towards the agile. So essentially the message was that we want to call out as an agile, but practically it is not. Just to project the situation like this, we're saying that okay, we are a hybrid, but hybrid as such does not really mean anything.
Okay. So what I understand is hybrid is a place where hiding ourselves, not doing anything.
Kind of true.
Yeah, a few minutes back I said, right? If 70% of my effort getting into strict rules and I put only 30% in innovation, I'm not moving forward. So at least I should know that slowly I have to reduce it. This should become 60% and it should become 40%. It should increase. If this is not happening over a period of time, there is something called NPS, Net Promoter Score. My customer starts saying that, guys, what the hell you guys are delivering, man? And slowly it starts dropping down. So I come back to your point, Bharat. So hybrid is a place people are hiding out. I, I see the point. But many companies, you know what, Bharat, the company, not only but for everyone here, these companies have started in 1970s or even some companies are 1950s before that. These guys are well versed with a model called a structural model. They have a hierarchy structure well in the company. They could not just overnight change it. They have to go step by step. They are trying to see block by block, how can I slowly move into the agile format? And that's what happening now. But depends purely on a person like you and me who stay in the company as an agile coach or agile mentor who can guide them. If not, it will take its own time. But I like the point. Thanks, Bharat, for bringing it up.
Thank you.
All right, good. I know we have a couple of minutes, a few minutes with us. Let's quickly see some of the why agile parameters. This picture, I believe you could have seen that, or it will be available in Agile Practice Guide book. Question to you, this picture some of you seen before, or some of you seeing it for the first time. What pops up in your mind when you see this picture? What you're interpreting out of this picture? Even though Agile word is somewhere inside there, but what pops up in your mind?
Lean thinking is the superset, and Kanban and the rest of agile methodologies are the subset of it.
Okay, superset and subset. Very good. Thanks for sharing. Any other thoughts popping up?
And lean was introduced first as compared to agile. Agile came later.
Agile came later. Okay. Got it.
And all other approaches are having essence taken from lean.
Okay.
Agile is a mindset, but there are various methods and techniques which are shown as a smaller circles inside.
Very good. It's a mindset. Rest of them are frameworks or process, the way of working. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Thanks for all sharing this info. Now, as you all rightly said that lean is a superset. And when we say agile, why agile came in the world, agile is not something should be forced on people. We have to see is there a need for it. I think as a PMI says, revolution is happening every decades or century, things are moving. But every time when something moves, should I change myself? Not necessary. But what happening here is the market trend is like that. People mindset and people patience have changed. If I go 100 years back, the way people worked, the people had a patience to get something is different. Today, it is a totally different. I used to quote this example that until I order something in Amazon, I keep it in the shopping cart for 5 days or 6 days or 10 days. It will be in the shopping cart. I'm okay, it stays in the shopping cart because I'm keep checking for a better price or better product. The moment I pay the money in my shopping cart for that product, I lose the patience and I see that I want this product immediately on my table, which means there is an option in the market, somebody can deliver me within few hours. There is an option in the market, they can deliver tomorrow. There is an option in the market, they can deliver 4 days later. There is an option in the market, they can deliver at my office address. There is an option in the market, they can deliver at my home address. These many options or these many services, these many ideas were not there 100 years back or 50 years back because of speed of technology, speed of vehicles, people availability, many reasons. You can quote number of reasons. Now we take it for granted. I order something in the food, it comes quickly. I think in India now we have something, right? Quick delivery. What is that company name? Something they deliver faster.
Blinkit,
Blinkit.
Blinkit.
Blink,
To
Blinkit.
Jecto.
Zepto.
Zeptop. Okay. Many names. What they deliver? Food item or medicine? What they
Any grocery items in 10 minutes they
Any
take to develop.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Really? Are they doing 10 minutes?
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are
Oh
less
God.
than 10 minutes they take normally.
Look at the way options we are given. If we give people these many options, what is happening is the same people turn as a product owner, a business manager, comes in front of you for their product. But they don't understand that they're doing some creative innovation products. They think the same like what is it, Blinkit, Zepto, they'll expect your product also should be delivered. But that's a physical, some product, raw material available in the market who can buy and give it. But here it's a creative product. You have to think and do something. But people could not see the difference between both. They see everything, okay, nowadays everything is fast. I want this also fast. Now you can't go back and argue and change the world. I can't do a time travel 30 years back. No, I have to be here. So what is happening here is over a period of time, things are changing. However it is, the market has to adapt to that. You cannot say no. So the patience of the people has gone down, options have gone high. Both are happening. If that's the case, how can I address it? Now, for that reason, many models and methods of thinking are happening. Not only for this reason, but also the technology has made us to move forward. Let me start from something like this. If I ask you, what is a flow production? Flow production is something which happens a few years back. For example, if I put this picture, you may get the clue. You would have seen this picture before. What is this picture is all about? What this picture could represent or is representing?
Your factory. Your factory manufacturing.
Okay. Okay. Can I call it as
Assembly line.
assembly line? Can we call it as assembly line? Okay.
Yeah.
Manual versus automated.
Right. Very good. So this is an assembly line. It could be maybe 100 years old back assembly line model. There are a few guys are standing here and these people are discussing and doing some job, which means they are putting things together. And this work could have taken those days, maybe few days to complete for one particular car, or maybe hours to complete the car. Those days, the demand was different, supply was different, people thought process was different, patience was different. Okay. Now this machine is doing in few seconds. I believe at least 7 or 8 seconds or 5 seconds to assemble one particular vehicle. That's how they take. Now, this flow production concept was there for 100 years back. But what revolution this has made is, it has made a revolution that things can done in the fast way. How this came in is, there's a person called Henry Ford. I'm sure you heard his name, right? Henry Ford, pretty popular guy. Now, Henry Ford brought a concept saying that, how can I improve that time to market? When I say time to market, the agile concept, what we're talking today, he was able to talk 100 years back. How this popped up? In the year 1913, something has happened in his Ford team. Somebody called William in his team brought out an idea. Hey guys, usually we get close to the machine to fix the machine. Then someone said that why don't we bring the machine close to the people, which will save time, which means we can create a conveyor belt model. You know, conveyor belt, they use it for vegetables and hooking the meat. They use a conveyor belt in the field in those days in US. Seeing that, they found that why don't we bring an assembly line? In assembly line, the machines can move towards the people. And somebody was questioning, how can this will be beneficial, man? And they propose an idea. By moving this, we make the people stand in the same place, but the work comes towards them. When the work comes towards them, we can save time. And actually, you know what? They saved it. When Henry Ford brought this idea some time back, when I say Henry Ford, his team member William, along with this group of people, look at the way from 12 hours per car has been converted into 93 minutes. Okay. Now, I would say this is a time revolution, isn't it? 100 years back, if I can save 12 hours to 93 minutes, is it a revolution by the time? It's a big revolution, right? It's a big
Yes.
revolution by the time. Now somebody can say me, Shri, why this guy did it, man? Why we should do that? Because I think that's where the human brain works, right? How can I make something better? Also, anything repetitive task, how can I automate it? Yeah, I think that's a human brain, right? Anything repetitive, how can I automate it? So they made up some automation. They brought in 93 minutes. But Sri, is it enough to agile? Not, but at least they reduce the time. But that's only a start point. Now, in the 1950s, something came in. You know this company called Toyota. I'm sure you heard about this company, right? Toyota. Now, Toyota took the same lesson of Ford, but Toyota made something different. See, Ford brought in something called time reduction. Very good, nice. But what Toyota brought is they brought something called efficiency. Okay. So they brought something called efficiency, which means they were able to bring something called 3 M's, which says Muda, Mura, Muri. They're talking about reduction of wastage. Don't waste things. Okay. The first thing is they start talking about the wasteness, which means efficient utilization of resources. So first they found the time efficiency, time model, and efficiency of the resources. Now this was brought by Toyota in 1940s timeline. Now again you can question me how this will be agile. So we have to get to the agile parameter, but we are still talking about how can we make things better. Now over a decade and century of time, the world is keep talking about how can we make it better. Like you all said, Zepto or Blinkit, the companies who come with a better way of delivering. When somebody cannot do that, why others are doing? Now we can argue that Shri, they are having number of resources. Maybe they have more cars. Maybe they have more two-wheelers. Maybe they have more people. Could be. But do you think without improving a process, just because we have more number of people, more number of cars, more number of things, you can achieve efficiency? You think so? Efficiency can be achieved only by the number of resources available, or there should be any process implement.
Even if we achieve, that might be short term. So we need to have the processes and
Process is required, Shri.
So without process improvement, it is going to be challenging. Even though we have efficient resources, as I said, you can be a short term. And if you want to make it as a system, it should be a process. Now, Toyota brought this a process in place called Toyota Production System a long time back. But what Toyota brought is they brought something called lean management. Why I'm coming back to this picture is sometime back you saw the big circle with the lean on the top, which means lean is nothing but talking about efficiency, which means you do the time reduction plus efficient utilization of resources, because Japan had a shortage of resource. Because shortage of resource, they have to utilize the resource whatever they have by the time. There was a time we also got something called a just-in-time or Kaizen or a Kanban. A few terms hasn't popped up by the time. Now, why we are learning these parameters? We are still learning the parameter why agile is needed. Now let's go to this parameter. Now, if you look at this one, we spoke a bit of the background of from where the Agile is coming up. Now they're going for the point of why we use Agile, why we have to go for Agile approach. Few minutes back, you saw something called flow production. In flow production, we reduced the timeline. Then we brought lean management. In lean management, you brought the efficiency on the reduction of waste. Very good. Now we are getting into Agile, and now we are questioning ourselves why we need an Agile. But now what happened is in this whole 100 years or 200 years, the technology has improved. Things have moved. On top of that, now something a new come in called as KW. The KW is nothing but the knowledge workers. The labor model, what you had in flow production is different. What you had in Japan, it's different. What you have today is different. Which means when I have a time efficiency, waste reduction plus people, then I have to focus how can I utilize this energy in the right direction. For which we start with something called being agile thought process, which means you start thinking how can I use all this efficiency towards customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction, right? Now, question to you, do anyone remember the first principle of Agile? What is first principle?
Individual and interactions over processes and tools.
Very good. First principle of Agile, if you
Customer
Our highest
satisfaction
value is
is the
used
highest
by the
priority.
customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software.
Very good, very good. Thanks for saying that. Thanks for saying that. Our highest priority is to satisfy the customer. Very good. Our highest priority is to satisfy the customer. See, do you have low priority also? Yeah, I may have. Mid-level priority? Yeah, you may have. Whatever priority you have, my first priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. Now, if I remove the word software, I can put the word product. But point is, my highest priority is satisfy. But how can I satisfy it, man? Because of technology improvement, I can satisfy? Yes, you can. Because I recruit many people, I can satisfy? Yes, you can. But if your team members don't feel themselves that they are working in an organization and I have to respond to my customer, that's pretty important for me. That feel you cannot solve by any technology. Somebody has to feel about it. How many hotels or restaurants or stores, when you go, the employees don't even care you came inside the restaurant. They don't even care when you came into the store. Have you seen some stores like that? You go
Yes.
in, in few seconds, you get a feel, I'm in a wrong place. Then without saying anyone, you slowly walk out of the building. Have you done this like this before?
Yeah,
Yes.
so many.
We done it, right? They don't even care you are there, right? You feel like, man, God, you don't even bother I'm standing there. There are places, still there are places there, which means that employees or people, either they're exhausted, they're tired, right? Maybe that's the reason. Or they don't have a feel of the inner energy is not there. They don't like to be there. They're not feeling themselves that they are part of the system. And if that feel is not there, the being agility is not there, then nothing will work. Now, agile starts from first being agile, internalizing the agile thought process. When I say agile thought process, sure, you mean I should know Scrum, Kanban, PMI-ACP certified, PMP certified? Could be, but those are all later. But first thing is, I want to be that there is someone there, I have to help this person. For this, no qualifications needed. It's a instinct. If you get that instinct, you got it. And now comes the way you apply it. I think that's a center point. The star is here. It should be there inside. Any startup company, that's how they start, right? The startup company, the guys who start the company, they have high energy. But your high energy alone is not enough, right? Somebody has to apply that and implement it, and it has to grow. Now comes the doing agile. When they say doing agile, And there involves using agile practices. Now we use the practices. What practice I can use? I can use a Scrum. Very good. High popular one. But Shri, how Scrum can satisfy the customer? Yeah, in Scrum, you have a delivery model, right? You have a delivery model in Scrum. Every 10 days, I will deliver something to the customer. How do you do it, Shri? How do you do effectively? Maybe I will do daily stand-up meeting to see is my team working properly. Oh, wow. Is it sufficient? No. Maybe I will do something called a sprint review. Have you heard the word sprint review?
Yes.
Sprint review.
Yes.
Yeah, sprint review is one of the place I will check is team working clearly the work what they have to do. Or I will do something called a retrospective. Oh, you mean Shri, this is sufficient to be doing agile? Not necessarily. Could be one of the point. But the point is, if my team itself don't get a feel that they have to be agile, they have to serve the customer, this will not work at all. How many companies they have daily stand-up, sprint review, sprint retrospective, but not productive at all? It is happening month by month, year by year. It's still happening, but nothing improved. I have even seen some companies, they do retrospective every sprint, but not even one bullet point taken an action item for the next sprint. Have anyone heard or seen this concept also happening? They do retrospective, but from retrospective, they don't carry anything. What is happening here is when we don't do properly, we fail. I understand. But if you don't feel that is being agile, it's a problem. But the point you become an agile coach, agile manager, you will be the person to know why we travel all the way from flow production to lean management to agile thought process. And then you start getting a being agile people, that too with the knowledge workers. When I do that, now I can move to the next stages. So Arvind says many at times they are seen as a checklist items. Which one, Arvind? Which one is a checklist?
No, the follow-up of retrospection that you said, right? I mean, during retro, they discuss about what went well, what did not go well. They'll also talk about what we should start doing, stop doing, continue doing. But it will all be well documented. But then the next retrospection, some of these will continue to be repeating, which means, like you said, that mindset was not incorporated basically.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You know, some people come to this meeting because they called for the meeting. They come with a laptop, sit there, look at the ceiling. Okay, man, you keep talking. It's becoming a mandatory procedure for many companies. So surprisingly, they sometimes hate agile because of these kind of meetings. Many people don't like a stand-up meeting. They say that, guys, why we are meeting every day, man? I have to see your face every day. Come on, man, I hate you. Let's do at least weekly once, twice in a week. These are all arguments you keep hearing in the market, but you can't force them, right? They are grown-up adult. You can't tell them, no other go. You have to come every day. Come on, man, I hate it. Why sprint review? Why retrospective? These all questions coming up. But there's a sensible question when they say we can't force them. But what if they don't understand the left portion of it? If they don't understand the left portion, where the market is moving, where we are moving, why you are there, why you are called as a knowledge worker, if I cannot make them to understand that, then I failed as a agile manager, agile coach. Because I'm going to force them, hey, Shri, you join this company. You are a team member. You are a scrum master. No other go, you have to come every day stand up. No other go, you have to sit for retrospective. No other go, you have to respond to all the questions retrospective. If I do that, I am breaking the psychological safety. There is a topic called psychological safety. I'll come to that later. I'm not giving them a safe environment. I'm forcing them. Their topic is right. They're saying that why the hell I'm standing in the stand-up if they really don't understand. But they should understand, right? They're grown up, man. Should I spoon feed them? Not spoon feeding, but as a manager, as a coach, as a scrum master, we are responsible to radiate the knowledge. We have to share them why it is needed. Not Gyan session, but at least give a message to them because people don't like Gyan sessions, right? You go and talk to your technical team. Hey guys, I'm going to talk about Agile. No one will come to the meeting room. You go and talk to technical guys. Hey, tomorrow I'll take a 30-minute session on Agile. No one will come. Because these guys will talk me something technical, I'll be there. Anything on process, I won't come there. It's happening in the market. But still, if I can relate it to the customer data, I will bring up the NPS, Net Promoter Score. This is what the customer says about your product. You know what? The customer gave a rating as out of 10, 4. And I have a 2 paragraph of feedback statement given by the customer what they feel about the product. Let us meet tomorrow by 30 minutes to talk about the NPS rating by the customer. And from there, I'll tell you where we can see the customer. The meeting people will come there. Then I show that data stats for them. This is what happening with the customer feedback. You know, guys, what's happening there? Now let's talk about how can we satisfy the customer. Now chances are people listen to that because no one likes gyan from the book. Yeah, that's the situation. Okay, let's quickly see something on organizational agility. Now, point is, as we are talking too much about the team now, as I said in the beginning of the somewhere in the class, the organizations, they're moving towards organizational agility. That's the ideal goal. But most organizations have not achieved it yet. Organization achieves this agility through influence of individual team members like you. The process of reaching agility is represented on this diagram. First, you think, you do it, encourage others. I'm seeing the same picture in a different formats the last 15 years. Only the colors are changing. Every book they come with a different color. PMI given a different color now. If not, the market, the idea is the same thing. But see, then why we are still struggling, man? Why we are struggling here is we are in the industry where there are some companies started in 1960s and 70s. We still have people who are working from this timeline in the companies and they don't want to change. The people who are pretty lost or more amount of experienced people, many times they don't want to change because they feel change is not good. However, they want the organization to change, but they will not change. Have you heard this kind of people also?
Yes.
It's happening, right? Sometime in the company, they say that, man, the company somehow has to change. Very good, nice. But don't ask me to change, okay? Rest all should change. I will not change. So this is constantly happening. That's also one of the reasons it's happening. But what to do, Shri? Should we wait for all these guys to retire from the company? We don't know. We cannot wait for all the retirement. But still, at least we have to bring that idea of agility, why it is needed. That's important. Okay, now let's see this triangle to understand better. This triangle was picked up from DSDM. Anyway, we have to explain this later in the class. There is a methodology called as Dynamic System Development Method. One of the Agile method published in 1990s, that is 1994 timeline. For benefit of all, when a project is planned in a plan-driven approach, it will follow something called iron triangle. This is called iron triangle, what you see here. The scope will be fixed. See, what do you mean by scope is fixed? In a plan-driven project, we call this as a scope baseline. I'll be clearly saying that this is what I want. Very good. Whereas the time and the money will be kept variable, even though I will have something called a schedule baseline. I will have schedule baseline. Other side, I will have something called cost baseline. This is called iron triangle. When I say baseline, when the requirement has to be achieved, for example, I want to construct a hospital, which is of 5 floors of building, something like that, for which I know that it will take me 26 months to complete. Very good. The cost could be maybe 80 million. I'm just giving a big number, 80 million. This is how it is. But what happens is when the work starts happening, when they start constructing maybe the first floor, then comes second floor, then they come third floor. When they come to fourth floor, they realize that they're running over the budget. The money they need, it's not 80 million, they need 90 million. The demand for 90 million, negotiation will happen, and the sponsor may give, may not give, chances are they may give 0.5 million, so it will turn into 85 million. So because they want to achieve this scope, they will expand the budget. And when they expand the budget, sometimes there are chances are 26 months can turn into 28 months because there is a delay in the work, something the supplier cannot give the raw material, government policy changes, something could happen. Now, in a plan-driven project, in order to achieve this scope, they expand other parameters. This is pretty common in the market. Even today, it works. Sri, is it wrong? It depends on the industry where you are. You can negotiate, you can argue. No, it's not wrong. Yeah. However, when it came to Agile, what happened here is you can see they put an inverted triangle. Before I say something, let me see your interpretation. Just now I said scope is finalized, rest two are getting expanded. Time is added more, cost is added more. Let me see your interpretation. How come scope becomes variable here? They didn't fix the scope in Agile. Why? Any thought process from you?
Features with the highest value to be delivered first.
Interesting.
Shri,
Because
second
of
would be
uncertainty in the
uncertainty.
development.
Okay. Uncertain. Okay. Very good. Anything more?
Uncertain in requirement because they didn't finalize what should be the final design and model of the product that needs to be.
And technical complexity in achieving the
Okay.
deliverable.
Same thing, right? We don't know what to do. We don't know how to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere here. Okay. Somewhere here. Okay. Good thoughts there. Good thoughts there. Thanks for sharing the thoughts. All right. I appreciate the thoughts. I think we are on the same line now. Now let's come back to the point. Now what happened here is in Agile, they put this way, there are a lot of debate in the market. People saying that, no, this is totally wrong. There are some internet articles, if you go, they fight for this. There are big fights that are happening. No, it's wrong totally. It's debatable. But let's come back to the point. Now, when they say the cost and time is limited, as the Parkinson's law says that work expands to the time. Parkinson's law says work expands to the time. So what do you mean by Shri? You want to restrict me? Not restricting. First, I'll create a roadmap for a product. I'll take this example. I'm going to do a artificial intelligence based medical device. Medical device. What device is Shri? Maybe for a surgery, maybe for small first aid treatment. I'm just taking an example, okay? First aid treatment. Now I'm going to create this medical device, and this device needs software also, hardware plus software. Now, what will happen is I'll create a release 1 plan, what to do. Then I'll create release 2 plan, what to do. Then I'll create a release 3, what to do. And then release 4. Now you will question me, Shri, you know medical device, you know artificial intelligence based. And we know that we really don't know what all to be done here. It's a blank, open. Yes, we don't know what to do here. But for this reason, I cannot give all the money in the world. If I say 70 million is my budget, 70 million is my budget. And how long I can take time? Maybe 12 months I'll give you. 12 months. Now, the question is, within this 70 million budget, within this 12 months, what you can do? That's a question, right? Within this 12 months, within this 17 million, what you can do? No, Shri, I want everything. I want release 1, release 2, release 3, everything should go. Yes, everything is a human wish. But can you put a list? And can you tell me which is a high priority, which is low priority? I think someone rightly said value delivery. What is high, what is low? Man, how can you differentiate, man? Even low is important for me. It is, but at this point of time, what you think important to the market? For that reason, they use a term called VOC. What is VOC stands for?
Voice of customer.
Voice of the customer. So if I want to bring artificial intelligence based medical device, and that's going to help some society, I should know really what they want in the market. But Shri, this is very undefined market, man. How do I know? Yes, for that reason, you will give an increment to the market and see what is their response for it. And then based on that increment response, you start doing delivery, right? That's what you're going to approach. But the message is, if you have a 70 million with you, and if you have 12 months with you in the time, I will give the 70 million and 12 months and ask you to prioritize what is important and unimportant, for which you may even use a rule called a Moscow rule. What is Moscow rule?
Must have, should have, would not have. Must have,
Okay.
should not have.
Perfectly. For the benefit of all, we will say must have what I need for this product. I will have should have, then I will have could have, and I will also say won't have. Okay, won't have. Now, when I can put these priority pretty clearly and I can target it, chances are certain things I will ignore it. Now, if I can do that, what is happening here is in a given time, given money, I can actually deliver something useful for the market. It can even be an MVP. What MVP stands for?
Minimum viable product.
Most minimum valuable product.
Yeah, I can deliver something called minimum viable product to the market, which is useful for the market. So now, should I think for the whole project, 70 million, 12 months? You can think in that way. Or I will divide that 70 million into pieces and I will tell that first, let me take 10 million. For this 10 million, I'm going to take 3 months of time. 3 months of time. Very good. In this 3 month could be how many sprints I can do. I can do 1 sprint, 2 sprint, 3 sprint and 4 sprint. Okay, guys, we will work for 4 sprints. In 10 million budget, in next 3 months of time, if I can work for 4 sprints, what I can deliver? This question is asked to somebody from the business. Who is from the business? A business person can be a person who really knows the voice of the customer. I had to explain more in the coming classes to talk about product owner, role by role. I'll explain you because some of you may not know the roles clearly. So now a business person can tell me if I have a restriction of time and money, I put a pressure on this guy with this, when I say pressure or relative pressure, within 10 million, what you want. So I can go by must, should, and could, and won't, and prioritize it. But see, what if that's a failure? Yeah, possible. We may fail. That failure term is called as fail fast. See, what do you mean by fail fast? When I say fail fast, I will do something as a small piece of increment and deliver to the market. The market says, I hate this. I don't like it. It's completely fine. I can course correct and release the next version. I don't want to wait for the whole process get completed, release in the market, and somebody says it's a total failure. Rather, I can go by this approach. For this reason, also, they brought this inverted triangle where you have your time and money is fixed. When you fix your time and money, my customer also gets a very clear idea where I should prioritize my work item. And this is also one of the way agility starts getting efficient in the market. And in lean management, they say that if you do a small packet, you move faster, which means don't carry too heavy to the market. Go small pieces so that you can go fast to the market. I'll come to this points more later. But now there's an inverted triangle, even though it's a debatable topic. There are many people debate on this topic, but still I feel that there is some sense that certain things can be fixed, certain things can be variable. If it is an agile, chances are scope can be variable. Yep. Okay, I think we have to give a pause here because we are on the first day of the class. I have to start experiment early for tomorrow to you. Yeah, that's when you start. I know, let me see if I can show what I want to talk for you tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow. For now, we saw what is why agile. Man, Shri, you didn't get to start the topic. Yeah, it is. A lot are coming on your way. Tomorrow, we will get into the experiment early and embrace agile mindset. I'll go detail onto this for tomorrow. And the next week, we will get into this people parameter in agile. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. So in the coming day and next week, we will be covering the mindset part. and which you can read in your Mike Griffith book, first couple of chapters. First 2 chapters in Mike Griffith book. Also in the PMI material, you will see this content being read. Yeah, you can read those topics. All right, let's give a pause here for today. Let me first listen to the people here. How is your start today with your Agile learning? Some of your topics are much repeated topics for you, or some of your new topics. How is your day start?
Yeah, it was good, Shri. It was a revision also that we have learned many things in PMP classes, and it was really refreshing.
Yeah, many topics are refreshing topics. Yep. At least for first 2 chapters, I'm seeing as more of refreshing content from the same topics coming from PMP. In some places also see some repetitions coming up. Some of us is good. Oh, wow, same topic. No need to read. For some of you, oh man, same topic. So kind of both the field can be there. But let's try to see how PMI want to take it towards examination. Yeah, that's the intention here. For tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you the course agenda details to show that which day class is going to happen. So you know that where it is happening. And I'm going to show you the study material tomorrow more elaborately. What are the study material in detail in the content. And I'm going to bring a parking lot from tomorrow because when the class is going on, if you have a questions, you can put the questions there so you can get those info. Yeah, both are possible. All right, so I'm going to listen to a couple of questions here. I have people put their hands up. Yes, Bharat, go ahead.
Shri, this the content got changed in FY25. This for the ACP. The 2 books you referred, I see pretty much same. I think there is no different version of those. So what's the strategy? I mean, the differentiator from the previous ACP versus this new ACP. So does it need our strategy of preparation as well, some change in focus as well? If you want to give some highlights on this.
Yeah, I would say that the content has been reorganized or regrouped. For example, if you talk about mindset and framework model, this stays the same like what we had earlier. If you go to the content in detail, they again talk about the agile mindsets in detail, along with the frameworks like Scrum, Kanban, and parameters. But certain things like talking about scaled agile, talking about Scrum Bun, talking about how a team, high-performing team can perform in agile, those topics, we will not see that in a Mike Griffith book because that was not written in the year 2018. So first thing, we will learn the basics of what is needed for the Agile mindsets and Agile framework in Mike Griffith, along with Agile practice guide. That we can continue still reading in the same book. However, there are some content released by PMI, that is PMI material. And there we will see some addition of content which can help us to cover the other areas. So for exam preparation, we will start with the base of a Mike and Agile practice guide book, and then start adding addition from the PMI material. That is the way.
PMI material you're referring to 4 workbook, I think, which we have solved.
Exactly. With that way. If not, you know the PMI, right? They don't stick with one book. And these guys will always say, read this. And one day you'll feel like, what, where I'm. So I want to keep us in that circle of Agile practice and Mike Griffith because they are still the basement. I spoke to guys who cleared the exam recently in ACP. They still read the same book and it worked well. Plus the PMI material to brush up those missed out areas.
Thank you.
Yeah, great. Good. Let's go to Arvind.
Yes, Shri, I really liked all the examples that you shared today, especially the transitioning from Ford, where it was only about time saving, and then to Toyota, where time and efficiency, and then the Agile, where the knowledge work. When you explained about the difference between the doing and being, right? The importance of, without the feeling for all the workers in the organization about the agile, doing agile is of no use.
That's true.
Yeah. the hotel waiter examples that you said, like how we feel when we get into the hotel.
Yeah.
These types of things will really help us to
Okay.
remember the
Happens, right?
concepts.
It's an annoying feel, right? Standing in the hotel, nobody looking at you. Okay. It happens. It happens.
So
Thanks, Abhay.
the question that I quickly had is, during the uncertainty, where the characteristics of agile mindset for the uncertainty, you explained about what, how, and why. Which one you said? Don't ask me why, but focus on what and how. Is that the right understanding, or you said something else, Shri?
Okay, maybe I have to bring this in more elaborate discussion tomorrow. There is something called a Stacy graph, right? I didn't show the graph. I just drawed myself. When I say why is a business case where we first draft before we start any work. Now, when the why is highly clear, we start the work. But problem here is some of the work people don't know actually what to do step by step. People don't know how to do. When I say what is all about requirement? Requirement clarity is very low. How talks about a technology, people, other parameters are very low. When these two things are low, people struggle there. But I'm trying to see connect with your sentence. Can you repeat the sentence? What you said?
Yeah, because in that uncertainty characteristics of the agile mindset, you mentioned, don't ask me why, but tell me what and how, something like that. So which one we should really care about and which one we should not think?
Okay. I'm not sure whether I put the right words when I said to you before, but I'll try to re-put it there. Why is much important. Why you cannot ignore it? Because without why, there is no point of starting a business. Why is much important. Whereas what and how parameter will get progressively elaborated. We use the word progressively, which means incrementally, progressively, we learn what to do, how to do. The whole concept is called agility.
Got it. Super. Thank you.
Oh, perfect. Great. Okay, then listen to Baji.
Yeah, Asri, actually, before in our presentation, before Lean, there was one presentation. I don't understand two topics in that. Can you show that once again?
Go ahead. What we are asking for?
Just open the presentation. Before Lean diagram.
Before Lean. Okay, let's see if we can bring that to you. Here it is. Before Lean. Before Lean.
Yeah, here. Yeah, the boost performance and improve. Yes, okay. Yeah, before this one.
Before this, okay.
Yeah, boost performance and improve effectiveness and reliability. Can you just elaborate once again this one?
So they're talking about agile mindset here. When I say mindset, look at the characteristics, some of the characteristics. Of course, agile, we primarily talk about how can we make a customer happy or satisfied, and for which mindset, what all we can do. Specifically, we spoke certain parameters. When talk about boost performance, this performance can be on two ways. One is performance of your team or performance of your product. Okay. How can I make my performance better for my team? I can do regular retro to understand what is their behavioral things which they can improve themselves. How can I make this a team as a high performing team? That could be the direction for the team. Whereas when I look for the product, I look for how can I do a product review or better understanding from my customer so that I can bring a quality outcome. For which again comes back to the metrics part, right? You have to measure it. Measure. If you don't measure, you can't do that. In this subject, I found that there is a place, a specific measurement scales has been given. How can I measure a product? How can I measure my team performance so that I can guide them and make them move forward, right? That's about the boosting the performance. When I talk about improve effectiveness and reliability, this could be on two parameters. When I say one is effectiveness can be on the quality quality we talk about, and reliability could be on a predictability. They talk about predictability. Predictability. When they say quality, in Agile, we keep talking about something called built-in quality. Built-in quality. Okay, I'll go detail when I go to the class there. But built-in quality talks about how the process itself prevents a quality problem. At least the earlier days, sometime back, quality we look as a product gets ready, then we put into quality test. Whereas in here, we look for how can we prevent the quality things as early as possible. So improving the effectiveness could be of effectiveness of your process, effectiveness of your system, so that you bring a quality product output. And reliability gets into how predictable we are on our deliverables. It could be on the timeline, could be on the quality again comes back. We look for the reliability of your process and the outcome, for which what all we can do. So there are a few parameters I have to go through this. I think chapter 2 or 3 starts coming in, start talking about your measurement. From measuring, how can we improve from there? Yeah?
Yeah, thank you very much, Shri.
Good questions. Thanks for asking. Nice. I think it's a good start for the day. And being the first day, new batch, new syllabus. Yeah, certain things are new, certain things are old. But what I do is from tomorrow, I'll start putting into more content. I will have some questions also. Today, I didn't put any questions to you, being first day, left it free. So tomorrow on, you're going to have every subject area, I'll bring some questions. So you can answer those questions and you can discuss that questions. I need that kind of conversations to happen. Yeah, we'll do that. And we'll bring some parking lot to put some questions. Let's make this Agile classes more interactive. Yeah, as we discuss more. Fantastic. First, I appreciate all joining here. Really, you took an effort to come to the next stage. PMI-ACP certification, as we know, is highly needed. More than a certification, knowledge is very good for us. Yeah. So we're going to meet tomorrow again, time as we planned earlier, and we'll talk more on the subject on Agile. So thanks for all your participation. People who were staying late at night, really appreciate. People who got up early in the morning, really appreciate it. Good then. Catch you all. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Shriram.
No, Shri. Thank you very much.
See you. Catch you tomorrow. People watching from YouTube or LinkedIn, thanks again. Catch you again by tomorrow. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.